2015 aura sans doute été l'année où on aura le plus parlé des casques de réalité virtuelle. Il n'y a qu'à voir la place accordée à cette nouvelle technologie au dernier Paris Games Week pour en être convaincu. Les annonces de développement de titres supportant un accessoire de ce type n'arrêtent plus de tomber, alors que des events laissant le public tester ces 10 casques se multiplient dans tous les sens. L'ère de la VR est pour très bientôt. Ou peut-être pas du tout. En attendant, des développeurs y croient et ont d'ores et déjà commencé à bosser dessus. C'est par exemple le cas du studio CCP, connu principalement pour son MMO spatial EVE Online, qui a justement décidé de se servir de l'univers de sa franchise principale pour concevoir un jeu de dogfight multijoueur. EVE Valkyrie est ainsi destiné à être vécu équipé d'un casque, soit Oculus, soit PlayStation VR. On imagine du coup que la manière même de penser le développement doit être différente. C'est d'ailleurs entre autres ce qu'on est allé demander à Andrew Robinson, le narrative designer du jeu, à l'occasion du récent Paris Games Week.
The pipeline to making the game is very similar. The overheads and the challenges come from designing the game for VR. So it's a brand new medium, and Valkyrie's built from the ground up to take advantage of that. We haven't just, built something and ported it in. We've been building stuff from scratch for Valkyrie. And that's where some of the overheads and rapid prototyping, trying new things, trying to instigate something new and initiate, new styles of things and trying new things in the game. So that's where any of the challenges along that have come. So it takes a little bit of time, it takes development time, it takes man hours of people putting in the effort to try new things and make sure, because a lot of the things we did just didn't work. There's no rule book for VR yet. We didn't have any guidelines really to go on when we first started. We were writing the rule book, if anything. So we tried a lot of things, and we, for every one thing we kept that was great about Valkyrie, we maybe discarded 5 or 6 things that just didn't work for us. So that's where the challenges have really come. And also, like, early on, the tools have grown very rapidly around VR. The engines, the hardware guys have been amazing at supporting us and really looking after the team and anything we needed, helping us get on with that. But initially we had to sort of code our way around, little issues and try and sort of get things to work and get things to be how we wanted. But that's grown up a lot now. Like, it's grown up very quickly, as I said. And we've really kind of finished that prototype phase of Valkyrie at the moment, and we're looking to get into, launch the final game.
Mais quelles sont plus précisément les difficultés liées à la réalité virtuelle ?
I mean, I say we've had a lot of, there's been a lot of challenges, like the prototyping phase. The user interface has definitely been something that has been a very challenging thing for the development team. There was no rule book on VR user interfaces up until now. And if I was being totally honest, we've done a lot of iterations on it, like many, many iterations to get it right. What you played today here at Paris Games Week, I think, is something we're happy with. It's very final. We've got moved very far away from a sort of traditional, 2D menu or screen overlays and into something very holographic, something very like touchable, tangible and real in the environment. And I think that iterating on that and working on that has made a huge, huge difference to the game. So it's definitely a challenge. And of course, I mean, it's at its core as a multiplayer dogfighting game, and there's a lot of information to convey with that. With any multiplayer game, you want to let people know like how your team are doing, how badly the other team are doing, how is your health, how is your team's health. There's a lot of challenges to that in the UI, and I think we've finally started to settle on that, and as we come up to the release date, really started to nail something good down.
Disposant d'une communauté assez conséquente, notamment grâce au succès d'EVE Online, on imagine que CCP fait régulièrement appel au feedback de ses fans, et en particulier pour un projet de ce type.
This is a game that was born out of a prototype that was made at CCP. We've always included fans in this. We often say, that this is partly their game. They're the ones who they played it at FanFest 2013 and they pushed it forward. They loved it so much. They were so behind the game that they helped it become the full thing that is Valkyrie that we're playing today. We've always gone for feedback with them when we go to shows. We take feedback from everywhere. When we come to things like Paris Games Week this week, we had EVE Vegas last weekend. When people get their hands on the game, we take their feedback very seriously, and same with the pre-alpha is running just now, and we're taking a lot of feedback from people there. But it can be from anything. It can be the flight model, how the flying feels. We've changed that a lot over the years to try and accompany like how people like to play and to make it actiony and sort of physics based and things. And one of the best examples of really player feedback was from the first time we showed the game. We used to have the hands sit at either side of the cockpit, like they used to sit kind of a lot across like that. People were saying, it feels a little disjointed because their hands are in the center. They're holding onto the controller in the middle. So we moved the hands into the center. And then all of a sudden, it just, the outside and the inside VR mirrors themselves, and people got that, and it was a tiny little thing that came from just having 1,000 people play it over a weekend, and a lot of people saying, I just felt a little strange with my arms out of the side, or it felt a little bit different, and those little tweaks and those little movements that are just making sure the game is as immersive as possible. You're completely inside it, and anything that is sort of different outside, we're trying to take those away, we're trying to break down those barriers as much as possible. So yeah, player feedback from everywhere.
La VR est manifestement la feature principale d'Yves Valkyrie, et elle n'est vraiment pas considérée comme un gadget divertissant par les développeurs.
For me, it's absolutely game-changing. Like, VR is a new medium, and that's why we made Valkyrie, to take advantage of the new medium. When we talk about, like, the dogfight, so the missile system that you just used, like the look-to-lock missile system, that was something we implemented directly to try and get people, to have people look around. Like, part of the fun of the game is that you can be shooting at someone directly forward and still, looking out the window at the side, or, like firing missiles off to that thing. And in a space game where there's something in every direction, having that freedom of movement, being able to look behind, yourself and look around and spot the enemy in a more natural way. We don't have to use as much user interface, to prompt people to stuff, because we want them to use their head. They can look around and see things naturally. So it just completely changes the game, and it's so immersive. Like, it's not just bullets coming at you, it's bullets flying past your head, like they whiz past your head, ships come over your head, these things. It's a totally different, for me, it's a game changer. I love VR, and I'm very passionate about it, and I'm very passionate about making a great VR game, as is all the Valkyrie team, and I don't think we would have it any other way.
Manifestement convaincus de leur démarche, CCP et Andrew Robinson en particulier croient authentiquement à la VR, sans pour autant la considérer comme le futur inévitable du jeu vidéo.
So for me, it's hugely important that VR games are made for VR. I think that's the most important thing. When you're playing mobile devices or tablets or other things, the best games on those are the ones that are made specifically for that machine. For me, VR is a new medium, and I think we're going to be seeing a lot of great games and a lot of great applications outside of games also in VR medium. I don't think it's one or the other. I would still like to play great games on my console, great games on my PC on like a traditional 2D screen. All I know is that I also really, really, really enjoy going and playing VR, like immersive VR games in VR. So I think the more we see great games built from the ground up for VR, the more people are going to turn to it as the great game experience, the next level, the next generation game experience and stuff. But I don't think it replaces anything. It is alongside it. It's a new medium, it's the same as photograph and film, and there's great things to be had in both.
Pour sûr. En attendant de voir ce que la version finale donnera, même si pour l'avoir essayé on est plutôt ambiancé, on vous rappelle que le jeu est pour le moment prévu sur PC et PS4 et ne dispose pas encore de date de sortie.